Okay, problem 81 from the practice test. It says the first derivative of the function f is given by f prime is equal to x minus 4e to the negative sine of 2x. How many points of inflection does the graph have on the interval from 0 to 2 pi? Points of inflection, they give us f prime. Okay, well, points of inflection relate to f double prime. Calculator problem, and excuse me. What I'm going to do, and there's a couple different ways to do this problem, because they give me the window, the limits, excuse me, and because it's a sine function, and I know when point of inflection is when the second derivative changes signs, and they give me the first derivative, I'm going to do this in two ways. So I am going to find the second derivative as a function using my calculator, and then I'm going to graph my function also using a calculator. Okay, so and the reason why I'm going to graph it is they give me the window. I'm not going to use the solver. I'm not totally interested in when it equals 0. I want to see if there's an actual sign change, which will be easier to see if I graph it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'm going to type in the script for the derivative, and I'm going to go ahead and write the derivative. Okay, we're writing in our script to find the second derivative, which is the first derivative of this, is our f3. Let's get to bring up the derivative function. We're going to go x minus 4 times e, and when e pops up, we're going to have this arrow, and we're going to put the parentheses, and the parentheses actually comes with it, the negative sine of 2x. Now again, we're going to have to close that one and also close the exponent there. And comma x. And when we do that, and we hit enter, we're going to get the following the following derivative. 8 cosine of 2x times e to the negative sine of 2x plus 1. That was negative. So what we're going to do, and we want to make sure that we have the right function, is we're going to graph this in our y equals with a window of 0 to 2 pi. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pause again and write the write with a small sketch of what the function looks like when I do everything correctly. Okay, if I put this in the grapher and I set my window to be x min 0, x max 2 pi, and then what I did was y min was negative 5, y max was 5. You could have done negative 10 and 10, but this is what I got. I got this as my second derivative, and you can see these represent the inflection points when the second derivative changes signs, and there's 4 of them, so the correct answer is B. I hope that came together okay. I paused several times to make sure that you're understanding this. Suggestion here that you work through this problem with your calculator, now knowing the answers. You try to get this in your grapher. You try to get this as your derivative, and I just get comfortable with this. This took me a little time, even as a teacher, as a calculus teacher, it took me more time than it should. And if we're on problem 81, where we've been working for a while, we might be getting tired, so we should really practice just getting used to this. Okay, I'll see you guys back for problem 82.